Hello and welcome back for another guide video for Black Ops 6 Zombies. In this video, I'm going to address a problem that I've seen lots of people talking about, and that's how do you customize your wall buys in Zombies so they come with the attachments that are set in your loadouts. And this is obviously something that's super useful for any Zombies player. When you pick up a gun off a wall buy, you don't want it to come with like a telescopic sight that's going to be completely useless in Zombies. You want to make sure you've got an extended mag on it and a suppressor to make sure you get extra salvage. You want all of the right attachments to make your weapons as effective as possible. Some of you might be sitting there saying, why would I pick up a wall buy anyway? I can just go in with my loadout gun. Well, when you're doing things like the camo grinding, often you'll end up wanting two weapons. Maybe one weapon you just need to be getting mangler kills, so you'll save it for when the manglers start spawning, and then another weapon you're just going to be getting the critical hits to get those first few camos. That's normally the most efficient way of doing things, and it's also super useful to have two weapons just because sometimes you'll run out of ammo with one of them. So in this video, I'll show you how to set up your wall buys so they come with the attachments that you want. If you find this video useful, don't forget to leave a like and let me know in the comments if there's anything else you'd like me to make a guide video on. Anything else that you don't really understand, anything that you'd like some tips on. I think I'll do one about gobblegums coming up soon, so if you want to see that one, make sure you subscribe and turn your notifications on. Right, let's get stuck in with how to customize your wall buys. So if you go over to weapons and loadout, you can see I'm just in the top right, level 10. That's just because I've just prestiged. I think I'm on prestige 3 now. And if I go to one of the weapons that I've got available, you can see I've only got the first few weapons available in each category because I'm only level 10 in this prestige. Let's go with the shotgun, the Marine SP, because I know there's a wall buy for this in the bowling alley on Liberty Falls. So I can go to this and I could pick one of my sort of setups, loadouts that I've already decided, or I could make a new one. This is the version of the weapon that came with the Vault edition of the game, so I'm going to equip that because it looks really cool. It's got that weird eyeball on it and a load of razor wire. We're going to equip that, and in the gunsmith, I'm going to tweak it to make sure it's exactly what I want it to be. So the muzzle is really important that we have a suppressor because that's going to give us extra salvage. Everybody wants that. In terms of the optic, I quite like having some sort of reflex sight on it, or maybe a holographic sight. Let's stick that one on. That looks kind of cool. And then for the barrel, this has the kind of special barrel that comes with this blueprint, but I could change it if I wanted to a reinforced barrel, or maybe something else once I've unlocked it. The combat barrel actually is pretty good for the shotgun because not only does it increase sprint to fire speed, which obviously is super useful in Zombies because you're sprinting everywhere, but it also increases your reload quickness, which is really helpful with a shotgun where you're having to put each shell in one at a time. The big downside is the magazine ammo capacity. So if you look there in the bottom right, it says the mag size is 4. With some of the other ones, you actually have up to 9 within the barrel, I guess. I don't really know where shotguns keep the shells, to be honest. But that one, where you've got 9 in a mag, that's probably more useful. So that's what we're going to whack on. Then for the underbarrel, you can see here it's aiming idle sway or horizontal recoil control. Both of those seem not that useful on a shotgun, so I'll just do the one that does a bit of both. The stock, we've got the light stock, which increases movement speed. That sounds great. For a laser, we can maybe put this one on, which reduces ADS pellet spread, so you can, you know, snipe a little bit with your shotgun. That seems quite useful. And then for fire mods, we've got rapid fire on. That seems pretty good. So that seems like a pretty good setup for the Marine SP shotgun. If I pick this up off a wall buy, maybe I've got a long range gun like a sniper rifle that I'm using and I want to pick this up on a wall buy. How can I make sure I get this gun in game? So press on it again as if you're going to select a different weapon. And then what you want to do is press on the gun that you want and then look at the builds. Make sure you've got the build that you want to set as the wall buy highlighted. And then on the PlayStation or the Xbox controllers, it's the left trigger. So L2 on PlayStation or LT on the Xbox. So if I just tap that button, you can see in the top right, it says zombie build set unrepentant, and it actually gets that little red Z icon over the gun to show you that's what it is. If you're on keyboard and mouse, you actually just press 1 to do this. So the number 1 just above the Q key, tap that and it will set your zombie build. So now I've got that set as my zombie build, I can actually take a different weapon into the game. So I'm going to take in the AS Val because I wanted to start leveling that up. So I don't think that's got many levels. Have I got a suppressor? Oh, it comes with a suppressor. Could I put an extended mag in? No, I've only got a flip mag, but that will probably do a little bit. And then an underbarrel, let's whack that lightweight foregrip in. Okay, so that's what we're going to use as our main gun. We don't have the shotgun. I have to take concussions in. Oh, I can put Semtex on, that's a little bit better. And I'll put Ether Shroud on, because I really, really like that. So now we can head on into a match. So now we are in Liberty Falls, and I can show you a couple of fancy things to do with this system, actually. First, because I am a creature of habit, I'm going to run over here and hit the vending machine. See what we get. We get something. What even is that brown box? It is more. I don't know what that is. Okay, let's kill some zombies just to get some points up. So we've got 615 points. If we get over 750 points, we've got 845 here. You can see right here by spawn, there is the GS45s. So we didn't just set up a zombies build for that. On this account, because I am only level 10, and you can see that up here, I am level 10, I don't have the GS45s unlocked yet. I have unlocked them previously, and I have actually set up a zombies build for them previously, just like I showed you, but I did that when I was high enough level in order to be able to modify them. If I go buy them now, my zombies build is like the Akimbo setup, where it's got suppressors on it, all set up because it's one of the most powerful guns in the game. If I buy it off the wall, here you go, I've got the Akimbo version of it with suppressors. I now have the best version of these guns. It's worth adding here that if you do have a weapon like this that is currently locked on a prestige you're on, so I can go over to the pistols and see the GS45 is there, you unlock it at level 28, but I'm only level 11 now when I'm recording this. You can still select it, and then even though the zombie build thing is grayed out at the bottom, you can still just highlight the build that you've got if you've already created new builds for your guns. So you've already got a zombie setup, for example, and then still press left trigger or 1 on the keyboard on it and still change your zombies build. What you can't do is create a new build and choose attachments until you unlock it again in that prestige. So even though I've prestiged and I've actually lost access to being able to modify loadouts for this gun, because I'd previously set one up as a zombies build, I can still get it off the wall buy and still get the version of it that I wanted. Now, let's head on over to the bowling alley, and then I can show you the Marine SP that we were just building. Get some quick points here by smashing open that door. There's a nuke there, I don't really want that. It's weird, even when I'm not playing a game properly and I'm not going to be playing for very long, I still don't really want to set things up like that. Right, let's buy that and then go into the bowling alley. And here on the bowling alley on the right, you can see here is the Marine SP wall buy. It's kind of important to note that the wall buys are always in the same location. So you know, in your game, the Marine SP wall buy will always be in the bowling alley just there. The GS45 wall buy will always be in spawn. One thing that might change between games is the rarity of the guns. So when you first start off, all of the wall buys will be the green rarity. So you can see over here, the GS45s I already picked up. That's actually showing the gun now because I picked it up. Is the green rarity. If I progress a few levels, then actually some of them will turn into blue rarity, and I think it's random when it switches to the next rarity, but at some point, probably around round 10, it'll switch to the blue rarity, and then it'll switch on to purple eventually, and then eventually it'll go to legendary and the orange rarity. Now, although you don't know when that's going to happen, it will happen pretty reliably. So if you don't have a lot of salvage, you know, maybe you've had to spend salvage to get more self-revives or something like that. If you've got a bit of extra essence, that's actually not a bad way of increasing the rarity, up until you've pack-a-punched it, of course, because these guns off the wall won't be pack-a-punched unless you've used a gobble gum. So let's get a little bit of extra money. I've got 1,000 now. That might be enough to go get my Marine SP. So here we go, this is exactly 1,000. So I'm going to swap my valve for it. And if I buy it off the wall, you can see this is the loadout that I was messing around with earlier. It's got that reflex sight on it. It's got a suppressor on it. It's got this cool blueprint that does this amazing weapon inspect. I didn't actually know it did that weapon inspect. That's pretty cool. Oh, nearly died then. There's double points down there. But yeah, so that's as easy as it is. Just make sure that you've set up your zombies builds. Now, it's worth doing that for every gun, really. It will always apply if you get the gun from a wall buy. You'll always get your zombies build. And I'm pretty sure you'll also get it from the mystery box. Although if I'm wrong about that, please somebody correct me in the comments below. I'm pretty sure now if I picked up a Marine SP from the mystery box, I would also get this particular loadout. I just don't use the mystery box very much, so I have never really tried. If you get a weapon from something else, so say from doing the bowling Easter egg, check out my guide on all of the side Easter eggs on this map because they are amazing. Or you get it from the vault or something like that, then unfortunately it won't be your loadout setup. It'll just be whatever random loadout that the game decides to give you. So if you have any more questions about this, let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. This has been a pretty quick guide today. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you for the next one. Goodbye.